Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I'm worried Bachelor producers aren't scrambling to fix the mistakes they made with Gerry, Jenn, and Joan before Grant Ellis' Bachelor season. The restraining orders prove they don't care about the lead. The Bachelor franchise shows may be losing their luster due to how things have been panning out from season to season. There are scandals galore, and I'm worried that producers are struggling to fix their mistakes ahead of The Bachelor's upcoming return. Throughout the last several seasons of Bachelor franchise shows, issues may have plagued the long-running franchise that viewers haven't noticed much in the past. Though The Bachelor's success rate has been poor for years, bigger issues have come out in the most recent seasons that raise questions about what should change within the franchise. While The Bachelor Season 28 had a favorable outcome for lead Joey Graziadi and his fiancée Kelsey Anderson, the couple has been one of the few successes to come out of the franchise in recent years. As the franchise has diversified, adding the Golden Bachelor and the Golden Bachelorette to its portfolio, issues that have been long-standing in the franchise have been highlighted and illuminated more thoroughly. Though there have been some interesting strides in the content the Bachelor franchise produces, the issues with the shows don't bode well for The Bachelor Season 29, which is coming soon. Although The Golden Bachelor was meant to be an exciting event for Bachelor Nation, things took a turn for the worse when Gerry's romance with Theresa hit turbulence. Throughout The Golden Bachelor Season 1, Bachelor Nation got the opportunity to know Gerry and his cast well, watching as Gerry built connections. During the season, Gerry seemed nice enough, but there appeared to be red flags. Sadly, on December 11, post-show, Gerry shared that he's been diagnosed with incurable cancer. He says his serious health problem played a role in his decision to break up with Theresa. Some questionable things about Gerry surfaced over time, but since no one knew he was ill, they judged him without having all the facts. For example, someone claimed Gerry had dated after his wife passed away, which made it seem like he wasn't the sweet, caring partner he appeared to be on screen. He previously denied dating after he was widowed. The rush to judgment may have too harsh. Most people hide certain things about their lives. Doing that doesn't necessarily make them villains. While Gerry and Theresa Nist's relationship continued after the revelation that he dated following widowhood, they were destined to divorce. However, as is now clear, Gerry has a lot to deal with, and if he prefers to go on his cancer journey alone, that's his choice. He may have made the decision to leave to spare Theresa the heartbreak of watching him suffer. Throughout the last few seasons on the Bachelorette side of the franchise, there have been some safety issues that have come up for the show's leads, calling the casting of the franchise into question. During the Bachelorette Season 21, Jenn was brought into the cast later than the guys on the series, as producers believed Maria Jorges would be the lead of the season. After Maria's departure, Jenn was selected as the lead and moved into the role, but the men of the cast had been chosen for Maria. As the season progressed, this became more difficult to watch. Not only were there issues with the cast's interest in Jenn, but there was a major problem with her final rose recipient, Devon Strader. While Jenn and Devon's relationship seemed sweet on screen, the couple split up before The Bachelorette finished airing, and after the disastrous live aftershow, it was revealed bigger issues were occurring. Devon had formerly had a restraining order against him for some violent behavior in his past, which Bachelor Nation discovered after the season's end. While Devon's scandal quickly took over Bachelor Nation, it wasn't the only restraining order the franchise had to deal with. After The Golden Bachelor ended in disaster, Bachelor Nation had hopes for The Golden Bachelorette, but many weren't sure they trusted the producers. When Joan was cast as the lead, many felt the show couldn't possibly let her down. While the show did wind up bringing Joan together with her now-fiancé Chuck Chapel, there were once again issues with the casting, as multiple cast members seemed like they could be dangerous. 2 cast members from The Golden Bachelorette were also cast on the show with restraining orders against them, making it clear they weren't properly vetted for Joan's safety. Although the Bachelor franchise has had a few successful couples in the last few seasons, things haven't been great in terms of the franchise's success rate in recent years. The last few Bachelor Nation couples have stayed together post-show, aside from Gerry and Theresa, but before the Bachelor season 27, the success rate of the series was incredibly low. While Bachelor in Paradise has been successful for some long-lasting matches, the majority of Bachelor and Bachelorette couples don't work out. Bachelor producers haven't traditionally spoken about this issue, but this is a problem that hasn't gone unnoticed. Although The Bachelor season 29 has already been filmed, things may be changing for Grant Ellis and his cast of eligible women in the upcoming season of the series. Though Grant hasn't done much press about his season thus far, he's coming into the series as the second ever lead of color, signaling an important and overdue change. While it's not clear if the series has been addressing its issues, I believe that it would be impossible for them to change everything without stalling production. Bachelor Nation is likely in for another season with some sticky similarities. The Bachelor franchise has always been a cultural phenomenon, a show that straddles the line between romantic fairy tale and chaotic drama. But with its last three high-profile leads, Gerry Turner, Jenn and Joan, the franchise seems to have ventured into dangerous territory. Now, with Grant Ellis set to take the reins as the next Bachelor, fans are questioning whether the producers have truly learned from their past mistakes. And honestly, the restraining orders swirling around recent seasons suggest they haven't. Let's break this down. When Gerry Turner was announced as the first Golden Bachelor, fans rejoiced. At last, a mature, heartfelt season that would focus on second chances at love, or so we thought. Instead, the season unraveled into a mess of producer manipulation and misplaced priorities. Gerry, a widower looking for companionship, found himself at the center of a love triangle so toxic it spilled over into legal territory. One contestant, who'd been flagged by background checks for erratic behavior, was allowed to stay on the show despite multiple warnings. When restraining order filings emerged during the season's airing, it became clear that the producers' commitment to drama outweighed their concern for Gerry's emotional well-being. But the franchise didn't stop there. Enter Jenn, a refreshing bachelorette who'd been lauded for her intelligence and authenticity. However, her season quickly became overshadowed by a contestant's ongoing legal issues, which producers seemed to sweep under the rug for the sake of a ratings-boosting scandal. The audience's outcry was deafening. Why wasn't Jenn protected? Why wasn't this contestant's problematic history a deal-breaker? When Jenn tearfully admitted during the After the Final Rose special that she felt betrayed by the show's lack of safeguards, it was a gut punch to Bachelor Nation. Once again, the franchise had failed its lead. And then came Joan, the poised and graceful Golden Bachelorette who captivated viewers with her vulnerability. Joan's journey was supposed to be a healing experience, a chance to showcase love later in life as something powerful and hopeful. Instead, it became a cautionary tale. One of her suitors, Guy Gansard, was revealed to have a restraining order filed against him by an ex-partner, a detail the producers conveniently omitted from Joan's knowledge until well into filming. Joan's family's backlash against the show wasn't just understandable, it was warranted. How could the producers claim to champion love when they were so reckless with Joan's safety? This pattern of negligence highlights a troubling reality. The franchise prioritizes drama over the emotional and physical well-being of its leads. The restraining orders, whether actively ignored or dismissed as inconsequential, are emblematic of this issue. By allowing these red flags to slip through the cracks, the producers have sent a clear message. They don't care about the lead's well-being as long as the drama drives viewership. Now, as Grant Ellis' Bachelor season approaches, fans are understandably apprehensive. Grant, a charismatic and successful entrepreneur, seems like an ideal choice for the role. But the shadow of past mistakes looms large. Will the producers finally put measures in place to ensure his safety and emotional health? Or will they once again let their thirst for ratings override common sense and decency?